Welcome, everybody. My name is Ogali Hilary. I am the facilitator for Wiki Loves Africa project. Yeah, so this training tonight is all about contributing to Wikimedia Commons, and we'll be checking so many things. We'll talk about file formats. We'll talk about how to make uploads, and we'll also discuss category description and some other important things. So welcome, stay put as I take you on this journey for the next 15 minutes. I will try to stay within 15 minutes so that the French session can continue exactly in 1 hour time. So welcome. So I will be introducing you to Wikimedia Commons. Wikimedia Commons is a media file repository making available public domain and free licensed educational media content, such as images, sound, and video clips, including PDF, to everyone in their own language. So Wikimedia Commons is one of the projects of Wikimedia Foundation. Their most popular project is Wikipedia. So Wikimedia Commons 1,000 upload media files by 30th November 2006 and currently contains Commons currently contain up to 115 million media files. So we'll be talking about five formats. Yeah, five formats. So Wikimedia Commons does not just accept any kind of five formats. There are different five formats that Wikimedia Commons accept for video, for audio, for images, PDF, and some other kind of files that you can upload. So because of Wiki Loves Africa wants everybody to be aware of the kind of file formats that you should upload to Wikimedia Commons in case you get a rejection while trying to upload your files. So I've heard about so many persons complaining that I can't upload my video, my audio is having an issue, something is happening, I can't upload. So for the images, we have a SVG, we have PNG, we have JPEG, we have GIF, and we have a WebP. So these are the formats accepted for images. And normally, if you take a picture, most of our cameras save pictures on JPEG. Maybe when you try to edit your photo and all of that, if your photo editor automatically save your file in any of the formats other than this, maybe you should just try to do a reset and make sure it's saved either in PNG, JPEG, or any of the formats available here. And also for the audio submission, Wikimedia Commons only accepts MP3, MIDI, OGG, we have WebM, and we have Flake and Wave. So these are the formats that Wikimedia Commons accepts for audio. And also for video, we have a WebM, which is the most popular one that we all know for Wikimedia Commons, WebM. We have OGG Tyria, we have a MPEG, -1, we have MPEG 2, and that. So these are the formats for video that Wikimedia Commons accepts. And for the video format, you can to get your video format, you can download a video converter that converts to any of these formats, or we use a tool on Wikimedia Commons called Video to Commons. Video to Commons will automatically help you convert your video to a format that Wikimedia Commons accepts while uploading the video. So when you use the tool on ToolForge, it can help you upload your video, and that is also in case of a future use and you want to do something related um to PDFs, to text PDF, you can use a textual format and time text. So yeah, moving on, we'll be talking about category. This is one of the most interesting topic I like talking about on Wikimedia Commons. Yeah, category. So I love categories so much because there is a way I love talking about category, and it makes sense to me. So talking about category is just like a category is a sorting format for Wikimedia Commons. So the category structure is a primary way to organize and find files on Commons. It is essential that every file can be found by browsing the category structure. So
Make it
what the,
day. This now only one go come. This one no go come.
sorry, accurate, can you mute yourself? Thank you. So for imagine the Wikimedia Commons category like this, you can see this picture, this photo showing on my screen. You can see so many pins you can see thumbtacks of different colors mixed together. This is an example of an uncategorized collection. So what category does is this: it selects, it brings together things that are like, it brings them together inside the same box. Imagine you arranging your collections of clothes in your house. You have the white polos in one side of the wardrobe. You have the black one in another side. You have your stockings in another side. You have your trousers in another side. You are keeping them in according to how according to category, what looks alike, what looks like the order is in this place and all. Imagine the library setting. Imagine, okay. So imagine the library setting where you get to see books about science in one shelf, see books about business in another shelf, see books about architecture in another shelf and all of that. So this is just the category structure. So I'll be showing us of example of a category structure on Wikimedia Commons. So look at this next slide. You can see at the top of these images, you are seeing categories. So this is a female house sparrow at Kaido. Yeah. So you can see this image has different categories at the top. So it's group, what category does is it group all the images that looks alike in one place. So for Wiki Loves Africa, we are going to categorize all the images that we are going to get, and it will be in one safe place in one particular category called Images from Wiki Loves Africa 2025. So with this, we will be able to have the collection of all the images in one place, and we will know how many images were submitted for Wiki Loves Africa and all of that, and not just using the Wiki Loves Africa category. If you are submitting a particular image, you should look for a category that match what you are submitting, so that whenever somebody's searching for for something on Wikimedia Commons, because your image is in a particular category, somebody can just come across it randomly and search see your image among what he's looking for. That is that about category. In the I'll be talking more about category in the practical session where, yeah. So I'll be talking more about category in the demo session. So the next thing here is description. So description is a detailed explanation of what your work is all about. A detailed explanation of what your work is all about. We use description as the uh, I normally tell people in my community that description is where you can just tell the untold story of your image. Description is where you make your static image to be like a motion image to people. So what description does is it gives detailed explanation of what the image is all about, the elements of the images, what the image is, what your image contains, everything that are in the image. Description box is where you get to talk about this. One of the advantages of doing a perfect description is if anybody who does not understand what you are uploading comes across it without description, the person will still be confused. But with description, the person will try to will understand what you are talking about. For example, imagine me uploading a particular food in the eastern part of Nigeria, a particular cuisine in the eastern part of Nigeria on Wikimedia Commons. Let's say, for example, I upload abacha from the eastern part of Nigeria on Wikimedia Commons. Normally, somebody from Zimbabwe will not understand what abacha is, but with my description, when I put in a proper description, it makes my image to shine. It makes anybody that comes across my image to understand my image perfectly well. So this is what description does. And the description of your work gives voice to your work and adds and it also add an imaginable motion to your work. So this is description. This is just the short theory part that I want to do. We'll be going next into the demo, and because of our time, I want to show us very fast how to upload files to Wikimedia Commons. I'll try to do different kind of uploads. I'll try the single upload, and if there is time, if we still have time, I will try the mass upload where you can upload more than one image, one file at the same time. Then if there is still time, maybe I can just show us a little bit about video to commons. I want to use this 1 hour to cover so many things so that we can make good use of the 1 hour before the French people come on board. So going to the upload, we'll be using the upload funnel for Wiki Loves Africa. Yeah, there is a Wiki Loves Africa upload funnel designed, and you can find the upload funnel on our page, Commons on Wikimedia Commons Wiki Loves Africa 2025 when you search for it. So I'm going to copy it and drop it in the meeting chat. Yeah, so I'm going to drop it here. Yeah, you have it here. So you can see our page there. So on our page, you see the upload funnel, and where you can find it is this button that you're seeing here that said upload now. So when you click on this upload funnel, it will take you to the special upload wizard designed for Wiki Loves Africa. And here you can just upload your images. And trying to make upload on Wikimedia Commons, it's three-step process. First of all, you have a step of selecting the file that you want to upload. Second, you have the step of releasing the right, that is talking about license and everything, talking about the people that has a work contained in that particular work that you are trying to submit. And the last part is you describe the work. So I'm going to walk us down this process step by step, and we'll get through them. As we are going through them, you will be able to see some of the things that I talked about, like the category, the description, and other things I talked about when I was sharing the slide. So I will click on select media file to share to select my file, and I will look for the file that I want to submit. So imagine I want to submit this particular image. I'm doing a single upload. So imagine I want to select this particular image. I click on it. Okay, so I click on it. Now, what this part does is, in this first upload part, when you pick a particular file, Wikimedia Commons will get to check for the file to see if the file is already existing or not. If the file is in, and this is the point where it will check the format, whether the file is in a format supported by Wikimedia Commons. For example, let me add a particular file here and see if this will work. So imagine I want to submit this particular file. I've submitted this file before. When Wikimedia Commons run the test, you will see that this particular file is existing, is a duplicate of a test image, Wiki Loves Africa 2025, submitted to Wikimedia Commons. So on this upload, this first step of upload, Wikimedia Commons will have to do all the check. That is, sorry, the upload wizard will have to do all the check to know if it's a duplicate of a file, if the file is in the format supported by Wikimedia Commons, and some other background check like that. So once you are done with that, with this phase, and you get a green check mark like this, that means your image is good and ready to proceed to the next step. So you click on continue. Now, when I click on continue, I come to the part where I release the right to my file. Now, there are so many things here. There are so many things to be done here. And the option you pick will determine the next question that will pop up. Just like a drop-down menu, you click one, the next drop-down menu will come and you select what you are going to do next. So for this particular image, I'm going to start from the last option, which is you have the first question, which is this entirely your own work? That means Wikimedia Commons. The upload wizard is asking whether you have other people's work is in it, or whether you generate the work through artificial intelligence, that is an AI tool. So, for example, if I click on this, Wikimedia Commons will tell me to enter the name of the artificial intelligence engine I use to select to generate this work. Then there's another question. Enter the prompt that was used as a word that I told the artificial intelligence before it generated this media file for me. So note this: Wikimedia Commons accepts images generated by artificial intelligence. That is fine. Wikimedia Commons accepts it, but for the sake of Wiki Loves Africa, we accept this particular image, but there is no price category for images generated by artificial intelligence for Wiki Loves Africa. So you are free to submit artificial intelligence images for Wiki Loves Africa, but then there's no price attached to it. Then that is that. So once you select that, if you are submitting an AI generated image, then you select that, fill in this space, then you move to the next option where you give the license. But I'm not going to pick that. Let's check the second option. This work contains the work of others. So now in this part, when you pick this, you will get to see that there are so many questions under, which is yes, the creator has published the work. Now asking about, is other people's work in this media file free to use and share? Wikimedia Commons work with a Creative Commons license. So when they ask all the files that you are going to submit must be under Creative Commons, or it must be released under the license of a public domain. So you have to answer the question: the creator has published the work under a free license. If the creator has that, once you have another person's work as part of your work, then there is a second drop-down menu that talks about, yes, the work is not protected by any copyright law. Anybody's free to use it. Then the third option, no, the work is copyrighted protected. So if I select this, which is the third option, Wikimedia Commons will tell me not to upload, because Commons does not accept any file that is not free license or under public domain. So that is that. So I'm going to if I'm going to use this, then I should make sure that it's either I use this first option or the second option. And before I use them, I should make sure that they are actually true. The person that owns the work has released the work under a free license, or the person does not even put a copyright law on the work at all. If it is not these two options, then if you pick the third one, you might have to not upload the image, because Wikimedia Commons will not allow you. Then there is this other one. I don't know if it is a free use and share. And once it comes to this, Wikimedia Commons will also tell you not to upload, because you can't upload a work that don't have the copyright license. Then coming to the first option, this work is entirely created by me. That means you created the work. For example, if I want to submit a particular video, if I want to submit a particular video and I say this video is entirely created by me, I'm trying to say that both the sound and everything, both capturing of the video and all of that, both the filming and everything, the editing and all, I own it. I did it by myself. But in a case where somebody's soundtrack is inside, maybe you saw a free soundtrack online, you downloaded, and you add it to the to part as a background sound for your video, you have to get the license of that particular soundtrack, and you will now select the second option, put in fill in the necessary thing, then you are good to go. So I'm going to select this first option, which says this work is entirely created by me, because exactly the work belongs to me. So once I pick that option, I'm going to the second question, which talk about a license. Yeah, the second question talks about license and all. So yeah, it talks about license. What license do you want to publish this work under? All media on Commons should be published under a free license. Yeah, all media on Commons should be published under a free license. Now, for Wiki Loves Africa Upload Funnel, if you are using Wiki Loves Africa Upload Funnel, you have one option, which is the Creative Commons. Sorry. Yeah. So you have one option, which is a Creative Commons Attribute Share Alike 4.0. But when using the normal upload wizard, you have so many different Creative Commons license options. You have CC0, you have CC by SA, 4.0 and so many of them. So this one is Creative Commons attribute share alike 4.0, like CC by SA 4.0. It talks about the person using the media file. That is, you are putting this copyright like this copyright law because of people that are going to use your file later. You're trying to tell them how to use your file. There is a Creative Commons that said license that said that is CCO. It said that anybody is free to use the work and in any way. You can use the work in any way you want. Just it's a free user is what CCO talks about. For this particular Creative Commons license, share alike 4.0, it talks about anybody using the file to give appropriate credits to the owner of the file and also distribute the file under the same license. For example, if I submit this particular image and somebody gets to pick my image to use tomorrow, the person must say that, okay, the person must not claim the rights of that image, but the person must attribute the right to me by saying this work belongs to Hilary. You can say CC by SA 4.0. You put Ogali Hilary. Anybody that sees that understands Creative Commons license uh, law, the person knows that the file belongs to Hilary and not the person that actually brought the file that they saw. And also, the person is also saying that if you are going to pick my work, for example, if this is an audio and the person is going to pick this particular audio to put on a work that he's going to do, that means automatically, because this audio is inside that work, the person is going to share that work under Creative Commons license attributes share for that is Creative Commons attributes share like 4.0. The person must share it under that same license because the work the person is doing now contains my work. So this CC by SA 4.0 is saying that give appropriate credit to the owner, and once you are using the file that belongs to the owner, share it under the same license. That is if you are using it as part of your work. So for this, since we are using the upload funnel, we have this option. I'll click this option, then I will go to next. So sorry if I'm talking too fast, please call my attention so that I can slow down. Now, this is another crucial part of the upload, which is the part where you describe your image. We have talked about the part where you select and upload wizard will check whether there's something wrong with your image, whether your image is a duplicate, whether your image is not in the format supported by Wikimedia Commons. So we have talked about that in the upload. Then we just finish the release rights where you give you claim the ownership of the image or talk about who and who has part in that particular file that has a work in that particular file you want to submit, and also select the Creative Commons license right they are going to submit the file under. Now we are coming to where we will describe the file. We are coming to where we describe the file, and in this part we have so many options. Yeah, we have so many options here. We'll talk about the title, we'll talk about caption, we'll talk about description, which I mentioned earlier, and we'll talk about let's say some additional informations that we are going to talk about. Now, talking about the title. The title of your image is very, very important. You should not submit your image under a title. Your image, sorry, I'm using image so much. Your image, your video, your audio, and every other thing. You should not submit it under a title that will be very hard to find. Imagine going to Wikimedia Commons and I'm searching for an image that talks about cuisine, and I get to see an image of a masquerade instead of that of a cuisine because of a bad title. So when you are giving your image a title, first of all, you should consider a title that is related to whatever you are submitting, either an image, a video, an audio, whatever it is. Consider a title that is related to the content of whatever file you are submitting. That is number one. Then number two, you should also consider a title that will be easy to find. Consider a title that will be easy to find. Then, yeah, that is that about it. So you see, when sometimes you take a photo, and at the end of the day, the name of your photo will be showing the name of your device, and also the dates. You see something like IMG 2025 04 03. Then you also see time. Some persons get to submit their images without changing that title. So that is not actually too okay. Give your image captivating title, give it a title that is related to whatever you are submitting, whether image, video, audio, whatever it is, give it a title that is related to the content. Then whenever somebody, what this does is whenever somebody is looking for that, automatically they will find your file whenever they type a name that is a part of your file. That is one. Then talking about the caption is a one-line explanation of whatever you want to submit, a one-line explanation of whatever you want to submit. That is a caption. So for example, this particular image that I am submitting, you will see it's a road. Now, I am the only person that knows this road. Yes, I am the only person that knows this road. I can submit this road without adding a caption, this image of the road without adding a caption, but if you come across it, except you are familiar with this place, you won't know where this image is coming from. So for example, if I want to add a caption, I took this photo while walking around somewhere in Abuja, around Yanya in Abuja, Nigeria. So once if I want to add a caption to it, I can say maybe something like area view from overhead bridge along Nyanya Abuja to Maraba, Nasarawa State, Nigeria. I can add a caption like that. So this caption now, once I add it, is a one-line explanation. Once I add it, it will make anybody that comes across my image to know, at least have a glimpse of the content of my image. So let's say a road. Okay, let's say road leading from Abuja, Nigeria to Nasarawa State, Nigeria, along Yanya. Now, sorry, somebody's mic is on mute. Sorry about that. So now, once I add this caption like this, at least anybody that comes across this will understand what the road is, what this image is all about. So I have the option, while making this upload, I have the option of using the same thing, the same caption as my description. That is, if I want to use, maybe I don't want to make my description to be very large and all of that. I don't have time to describe and all. But then I will not select this option. Now I will come to this option of making a description. Now I will have to check my image, check the content of my image. On my image, I saw so many cars.
For this past.
I'm sorry, I will have to. Okay, Nani, please check the host control and stop participant from unmuting their cell phone now, so that after when it's time for question, they can just do that. Thank you. Okay. Yeah.
I'll do that, Hilary. Sorry, I was trying. I think when I pressed
Yeah, I'm coming. I don't know why it's not working.
Yeah, I'll update the settings though.
Okay, thank you very much. So sorry guys. Yeah. So coming to the description now, the description is a place where you can tell the full story about whatever your file is all about. So imagine on this particular file, I can describe where this road is. I can talk about how long this road, the kilometer, talk about the length of the road, the kilometer, and where the road is leading to. I can talk about things that are around this place. If you check this image, you can see a football field around here. We call this football field Mopo Field, where it's around a mobile police station around Yanya there. And this is where the police football team train and all of that. So I can say so many things about this image this particular image. I can talk about what is ahead if you follow through this route. I can talk about what you have passed behind if you follow through this route, how to get to this particular place. I can talk about all of them in this particular box. So imagine this image is an image of people farming. Since we are consolidating farm to plate, just imagine is an image of people farming. You can talk about a particular crops they are cultivating, the process from beginning to the end, how the crops look like at the end when everything is ripe for harvest and all. You can talk about everything in this description box. So your description does not have a limit. You can write as many paragraphs that you want to write in the description box. So it doesn't have a limit. So write as much as you can write, explain your file, describe your file in the description box. But I'm going to use this same caption as my description because of time. I'm half past my time already. So now the next thing here is the date when the work was created or first published. So you can use, if you are submitting this file on Wikimedia Commons for the first time, you can use the dates you are, like, let's say, for example, you can use, actually it should be for the first time, or you are going to submit an upgraded version of that work. Maybe that is when it would be a second time. So if you are submitting it for the first time, you can use today's date or the date when you created the work. Or if this particular work, you have it submitted somewhere before, and you are trying to bring it to Wikimedia Commons since you are the original owner, you can use the date where you first published this particular work, or you can still use the date you created the work. So for this work, let me use these dates. Let me use 2nd of March for this particular work. That is about the date. Then we have other informations like the things that you are seeing in this image. For example, on this inside in the image, you can see something like a guardrail on the overhead bridge that I took the image from. So let's check. So what this does is when we add the subject that we are seeing here, it turns out to be the structured data that are part of this image. So when you open a Wikimedia Commons image, there is a part where you see structured data and all of that. So once you add this thing, it goes to the structured data. So you can just add a let's say guardrail. Okay. Yeah, see guardrail. This is one. You can add I can also add road, wide way leading from one place to another. Yeah, there is a road. That is 2. I saw a football field there. Let's say football pitch. Is it field or pitch? What? Let's see the one that Wikidata has. Yeah, we have football pitch for playing a session of rugby. Okay, football pitch. I'm looking for the one that is soccer related. This one is okay. Let's say this is it, football pitch. And I have cars, obviously, on the road. I have cars. Okay, motor car, yeah, this will work. So you see, these things are the things that are part of this particular image, and so many of them. If I zoom the image, I can see some things like I can see people walking and all of that. But let me just leave it at this. So you can add the main subject that are visible in your work so that other people can see it. And when you do that, also you connect this subject to their item on Wikidata. So you can do that. And also you have the option to add your location if you have the location, though it's optional. Then the next thing here is category. Very, very important. I am going to take my time to talk on category because it is very, very important for Wiki Loves Africa. The category structure help us to collect all our images, all the images that is submitted for Wiki Loves Africa. Just like I said before, category structure help us to collect them together. And there is an automatic category that is set for Wiki Loves Africa already if you are using the upload funnel. So maybe you submit your image without adding the category or the country where you're submitting the image from. Automatically it comes to this category, images from Wiki Loves Africa 2025 without categories. So, but then there's a general category we are using for Wiki Loves Africa, which is images from Wiki Loves Africa. 2025. Now, there is one thing you should know about the category structure. Category is case sensitive. For example, you can see I have images from Wiki Loves Africa 2025. You see that my images, I for images started with an uppercase, F from started with a lowercase, then W for wiki started with uppercase, L for loves of uppercase, and A for Africa uppercase. The moment I change all these things, it will give me a wrong category. For example, images from Wiki Loves Africa 2025. So you see, it's giving me a red link. It is showing that this category is not existing, even if it's one alphabet or letter that you one alphabet that you miss, either uppercase or lowercase in your category, it will give you a wrong category. So when you are entering your category, either for your community, your local community, or for your country or the international category, please make sure you check the category, how the category is written, check the spellings and the check uppercase, so that it's started with uppercase, lowercase, and all of that. Just check all these things and enter them properly so that your images can be captured. So, and the final thing here is selecting your country. We have location, which is optional too. You put in the latitude, the longitude, and the heading, though it's optional. So you select your country. So for example, this image is from Nigeria. So I will look for Nigeria and select. So once you select the country like this, automatically the upload wizard will tag your photo that this particular image is from this so country. So this is it. Once you do this, you are ready to go. You are good to go. Check again to know if you are missing something or not. Then once you are done, you click on publish. The moment I publish this file, it will go to Wikimedia Commons automatically. My structured data is submitted and other things are submitted. So this is my image. Yeah, this is my image, and you can see everything about the image. You see, this is an image with the team farm template from Nigeria because I selected the country Nigeria. This is my description. This is my caption and everything. So checking this side, you see the structured data. Yeah, you see the structured data that we added the other time. You can see structured data, guardrail, road, football pitch, motor car. You can add more structured data if there is some that you forgot to add and all of that. So this is just a basic step of uploading an image, doing a single upload using the upload wizard. So I want to take questions before I proceed, if there is time, before I proceed to doing mass upload, then hand over to the to Memos to take over the French training. So let me take a few questions before I continue. Any question? Okay. Somebody wants to learn how to create category. Okay. Okay. I don't know. Okay, Sandra, you can let me do my mass upload and see if there is time. I will try to create categories, but if there is no time, you will have to reach out to me so that I will show you how to create category. But then it is very simple to create a category. But then, okay, somebody's looking for a brief summary. Okay, let me get to it very fast. So this is what we have done so far. We started from here. Yeah, we talked about Wikimedia Commons. What Commons is a free media repository that makes available public domain and free license educational media content, such as images, sound, video clips to everyone in their own language. The repository is created and maintained by volunteers. Wikimedia Commons was launched on 7th September 2004. Wikimedia Commons is part of the Wikimedia project. Yeah, just like a product of Wikimedia Foundation. One of them, the popular one we know, is Wikipedia. And as of 6th of March 2025, Wikimedia Commons has over 111 million images. Yeah. So yeah, that is that. Then we talked about the 5 formats supported by Wikimedia Commons, which we have that for audio, images, video, and textual format. Textual format is just PDF and time text. The Wikimedia Commons accept them. We have video format, which talks about WebM video. We have OGG tutorial for video. We have MPEG-1 and MPEG-2. Wikimedia Commons does not accept files in MP4. Wikimedia, which is a general file format that we know for video. Wikimedia Commons does not accept MP4 for video. Then coming to audio, we have MP3, we have MIDI, we have OGG audio, we have WebM audio, we have Flake and Wave. Then coming to images, we have SVG, PNG, JPEG, GIF, and WebP. So from there, we talked about category, which I explained as a category. The category structure is a primary way to organize and find file on Wikimedia Commons. I explain it as picking things that looks alike, things that has same property, has same feature, putting them in a particular box where they can be found easily instead of allowing them to mix in a whole sum of images and files existing on Wikimedia Commons. And I use this image that you are seeing as an example of an uncategorized uncategorized things, and you can see different colors mixed together. And from there, I use this to show you example of a category. So if I open this particular file on this is the file, and you are seeing the categories here. If I open this category, you will see that the images here is all about birds, different kinds of birds. They look alike, has the same features and all of that. Basically birds. You can't see goats in this category because this category is all about birds. Then after that, we moved to description, where we talked about description, making your work to shine, telling the story, and giving your motionless image and imaginable motion and all of that before we proceed to the upload. So now I'll be going back to doing the mass upload, and we can try the we can still do the mass upload from our upload funnel. Yeah, we can do the mass upload from our upload funnel. So the difference between, I want you to know that this example I'm doing for image is the same thing for video, audio, and any other file you want to upload on Wikimedia Commons. They are all the same. So for example, I want to upload these 2 images, and I select them and I load them here on Wikimedia Commons. You know, they upload, release rights, and describe. So it's still the same steps. Once I get them like this, click on continue and comes to this list. Now I have options of different things to do. If these files are alike, I can release the rights for the file as the same. But if they are not alike, I can release the rights differently. Sorry, I can do whatever I'm doing for this file differently. Okay, I think this is not working on this upload funnel. I will have to go back to the normal upload wizard for Commons. So I'll pick this and come back, select my files, select this, and load them. I want to show you something. So there is an option where you can release the rights one by one, do everything, both provide same information for all files. You can provide individual information. So if I pick same information, it's just like the step I did before. Whatever I do for one, it appears to the second one. The rights that I pick, the Creative Commons right, the ownership and all, it applies to one. But if I want to do it differently, you can see I'll have to pick them one by one. You can do it differently in a case where the files are different, the rights and everything is different. But for this file, I'm going to do them once. Select this. This work was created by me, just like we did the other time. Entirely created by me. Then now look at the Creative Commons license I was talking about the other time. You see this normal upload wizard, general upload wizard used by Wikimedia Commons is giving us different options. You see 3 options and the option to enter the license that I want. So I'm going to pick the last one. Then I'll click on next, come to this place. Now, you see this point, there is a whole lot of things I can do here. This is my title. I can change the title like this. Let's say this is my title. I have caption like this. For example, my caption like this. And every other thing, I fill them in and all, since I'm doing a mass upload. Now, there's something about the mass upload. If your file, for example, you are doing something like submitting the same file, submitting the file that looks at like maybe a process of a particular thing from beginning to the end. You're submitting a file that tells the process and all of that. You can you can copy the same information that you put on the first file to the other file without having to enter them all over again. So for example, you remember how I pick the structured data that's supposed to be here, pick everything, add my category and all. Let me add a category again. Add my category, images from Wiki Loves Africa 2025, add my category, then add all other information. I can choose to copy the information that I entered for the first file to go to the remaining file. Now, during the mass upload, you can upload up to 50 images at once. You can upload up to 50 images at once. So just imagine I'm having 50 images and I don't want to give, they are the same images showing a process like I said before. And I don't want to go over and be describing them one after the other. I can just choose the detail that I entered in the first one that I want to copy. So let's say I want to copy the dates. I don't want to copy description. I don't want to copy other informations. Once I select this and click on copy selections to other uploads, automatically you see that everything that was in the initial one has come to this second one that I have not entered the images. Then you see one unique thing about it. You see the title. You see, once you go to the first one, you see test image 01. Then coming to the second one, you see test image 02. If it is 50, that is how you see the number 01, 02 down till you get to 50. So that is what that is what the mass upload does. And it makes your upload to be very easy if instead of doing so many uploads. So this is it. Once I'm done, I can click on publish file. Then I am good to go. So this is it. Any question about the mass upload? We still have 12 minutes on this call before the French guys take over. Somebody's asking if the presentation will be on Commons. Okay. Ferdinand, your hand is raised. Unmute yourself and ask your question. Yeah.
Thank you, Hilary. Thank you for the good presentation. My name is Ferdinand from Burundi. My question was, Mermoz from French will explain all this you did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mermoz is going to do the same thing that I did in French.
That's good, because my question was how to upload a good quantity of pictures, but I think I will see it with Mermoz. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, Mermoz is going to, for the French guys that I am, Mermoz is going to do exactly what I just did. We did the same thing initially for Arabic, so this is the English session, and there's a French session in the French session will start in 11 minutes time. So Mermoz will do the same thing. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
So anybody with a question, maybe while I was explaining, you didn't get something clear and you want to ask a question? Okay. Please ask your
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead, Divine.
Okay. Okay. My name is Divine. I'm from Cameroon. So you were talking about the description, and you mentioned that we could upload up to 50 pictures, for example. So let's
Yeah.
say in the case where I took a couple of pictures for a preparation of a meal, in the description, can I go ahead and give the entire preparation process while I upload all the pictures under one explanation, like maybe under the same title and caption? Does that work?
Yes, it works. So this is it. In a case where you have a whole process in different images like that, I will advise you explain each of the process under the particular file that the process is. For example, if you are talking about how to set the particular meal before putting it on fire to prepare it, you can talk about that differently. Then once you come to the image that talks about how the meal is served, I know there will be a unique story about how the meal is served that you can put it there and all of that. So I don't know if you get what I'm saying. So in a case where you have them like a photo essays, different step by step from 1 to 20, for example, I think I would suggest you put the description of each step on under the file, the image that contains that particular step. But in a case where you have one image talking about a whole a whole meal, or let's say a whole cuisine, you have one image talking about a whole cuisine, or let's say, for example, like I said earlier, a farming process, and you have one image talking about a particular crop. That one image, now you can put the whole description of how the crop is, how it will look like, and all of that in one image. That is when you don't have them plenty. But yeah, in a situation where you have plenty, you can just split the
Oh,
description under a particular file.
okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So any other question? Any other question? We have 8 minutes. We have 8 minutes left. Okay. I'm still waiting for our questions. I'm still waiting for our questions. Okay. Since we don't have a question, I think I should run over the category thing. Noni, okay, don't worry. You can just keep the recording. I think I should run over the category thing and do it very fast for the person that asks about category. So for you to create category on Commons, let's say I want to create category. First of all, you type category. You type category. Then once you type category like this, you put you put colon at the front. Then you type the name of the category that you want to create. So for example, I'll say people from Kogi State, Nigeria. People from Kogi State, Nigeria. Once I enter this and search for it as a category, the category is not existing. Okay. Once you search, I can search for it as a category and the category will not be existing. Then I can just break the link and create it. I used to follow different approach to it. Yeah. Since you see I broke the link, then all I will have to do is just click on this red link now. It has given me a red link and it's telling me to create the category. So once I type in this place now, I'll have to explain what the category is. I'll just be like category for people from Nigeria, from Kogi State, Nigeria, from Kogi State, Nigeria. So once I'm done with this, I can just go ahead and publish. Now it will come out as a category for me. Okay, let me show you the preview. I'm not going to publish this. I'll just show you the preview. Once I do this, okay, this is how I want it to appear. Okay, this is how the preview look like. Once this is done now, you can now add this particular category to your image. For example, if I have an image that has people from Kogi State, Nigeria, once I add it to it, automatically that image will come under the category here, and it will be showing something like this. So it will be showing under, once you search for that category, you see that image under the images in that category like this. So what I did was just search for the category. Once you search for it, you can break the link, because once you search for it, it's not take you to where you will create just like other wikis. For example, Wikipedia, once you search for something and that particular thing is not existing, Wikipedia will take you to where you can create that thing to show you the option for the red link. But Commons, to create category, it won't do that for you. Just search for the category. Let me do it again. Category. Then people from Kogi State, Nigeria. Once I search for this, Wikimedia Commons tell me it's not existing. So just come to this place. You see, just come to the link, copy from this place, that is from the last word, at the front of the last word, copy all the words, all the other alphabets, letters, and everything at the front of that last word. You see, this is what I have now. Once I search for it, it will tell me that this category is not existing. But you are seeing the option, create people from Kogi State, Nigeria on this wiki. So you just click on it, create your category, then you are good to go. So this is a back road where I used to go and create my category. I hope this is clear and I've not confused you for the person that asked about the category. Thank you.